Hello, everybody. I just wanted to get started with a quick update on some of the free agents we have.
Starting off with Carson Wentz went to Kansas City for a year. And I kind of feel awkward about this because Wentz was a former Eagle QB.
And then for me, I'm going to say Stephon Diggs is going to Houston.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that just happened. Have you looked at this Texans roster recently? They got one of the best QBs in the AFC right now in C.J. Stroud. They have one of the best running backs in Joe Mixon, one of the best wide receivers in Stephon Diggs. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Hello, everybody. This is Elijah.
And this is Luke.
And we are the Eagles of Steel.
And today, we're going to be sticking with the food topic, but instead of fast food chains, it's going to be top 10 restaurants.
This is going to be a really fun topic to talk about. For instance, it's the top 10. We're sticking with the same rules as we did last time. We're going to say a couple of honorable mentions, and then we're going to get into the top 10 and just debate a little bit on what we're going to be doing. Disclaimer. We are not in every area. We live in a very specific place, so if your restaurant is not included, do not be a baby. Thank you.
Alright, we're going to start off with, I only have one honorable mention here, and that is Beanie's. Yes, it is a great place to eat for if you like wings, but I am not a wing guy.
You're not a wing guy?
Nope. Spicy wings have gotten to me way too well, and it's not my cup of tea.
That hurts my soul, man.
What about you?
Yeah. Speaking of mine, I'm going to say Hennigan's Bar and Grill. That place, we get a lot. The food's good, but there is 11 other places that I think are better. That's why it's honorable mention. And then my other place is Cracker Barrel. This is a popular chain that I think most people around the country would know. I don't think I have to explain too much about this one. Food's good. Breakfast is good. I love the French toast.
Anyways, let's get it off to number 10. My number 10 being Harvey's Main Street Barbecue, which is right along the main road. I know, you're shocked. I've only been there once, though. The burger was okay. The grilled mac and cheese was amazing. But it's along the main road. Parking is a problem.
Okay, hold on. Before we move on, did you just say all you had there was a burger?
And grilled mac and cheese.
You didn't go there for the actual barbecue?
No, I've been there one time just to try it out.
Yeah, but you tried it out with the burger?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, my number 10 is Isaac's.
Interesting.
I love deli sandwiches. It's hard to beat a nice, sandwich. I think my favorite sandwich there is called the Mallard, I believe. It has, roast beef and, a special sauce on it. I think it's cheddar cheese.
For me, I've only been there one time for Isaac's, and it was the greatest for me.
My number 9 is My Place Italian Restaurant. This only has one establishment, so if you didn't hear about it, then too bad. This place, in my opinion, has the best pizza in our area. Their wings are actually pretty good. Not the biggest fan of their fries, but that's a whole nother story.
Anyways, for me, my number 9, this would be a shocker to everyone because there's probably only one or two places of this. Centerville Diner 2. I've been there 2 or 3 times. Their breakfast is okay, but their dinner is delicious, and they have a big dessert bar. But the reason why it's not higher, it's really the only one of the places around at the Centerville Diner, and their breakfast could be just a little bit better, in my opinion. For my number 8, I have Gus's. I come here on occasion. Food is delicious, but it's pricey. It's pricey there, too. That's why it's not really higher, but
It's not too pricey.
Are you kidding me? What about you?
My number 8 is actually one that's not in our area, but I was able to experience it when traveling. It was a great place. It's called the Rock Store Grill.
Would you like to explain what that is? Because I don't.
Yes, it is a place over in Oregon that makes these burgers where the bun is upside down, and the beef they use is more like buffalo.
Okay.
It's buffalo beef.
Sounds pretty good.
And oh man, the way they make those burgers are so delicious. It was one of my favorite places. I'm sad I don't get to go there as much as I would like to.
Is that the reason why it's number 8?
Yeah. The reason why is because it's nowhere near us. But that's about it. And then my number 7 is his number 8, Gus's Keystone. For me, price is not what concerns me there. It actually is just their menu for dinner. I cannot find too many items on their dinner menu that I'm going crazy over. However, though, their breakfast time, oh man, their breakfast is the best in our area, and it is awesome.
Alright, my number 7, I have Black Olive Family Diner, and this is an interesting one because their breakfast is delicious, dinner's okay. I actually went there, if people don't know this, I actually went there for my graduation dinner. Right after I graduated that night, my family took me to Black Olive. It was pretty good, but it's not some of the restaurants that I have here in the top 6 on my list here. Speaking of number 6, I have Hennigan's at 6. This is obviously me and Elijah's go-to on Friday night bowling leagues. I've only had a few things on their menu, like, say for example, their deck fries, aka bacon cheese fries, and their chicken tender basket, and their burger with bacon on it, obviously. Those few things are pretty good. I need to branch out a little more at Hennigan's.
My number 6 is Beanie's. I do not have it as an honorable mention because the food is better than what you say. Because I love wings. Give me a dozen mild with some of their nice fresh cut fries any day. Oh, it's delicious. There's nothing else I need to say about it. My number 5 is Longhorn Steakhouse. This one is popular in other areas. And that's because the food is incredible. The steak is good. They have this like cheddar parmesan cheese blend thingy that you can put on your steaks or your chicken, and that is just phenomenal. I love steakhouses.
I'll say this. I honestly, this is a shocker to people. I've only probably ever been to Longhorn Steakhouse maybe once, if I can remember. But I've had their steak before. It's good. It would be an honorable mention if I had to, but it's not on my list. My number 5 is TJ Rockwell's. I will say this. It's probably going to be on his list too. But I'll say this. It's expensive, but it's worth it. The price for rhino fries, it's worth it because the rhino fries are so good.
I'm going to say my number 4 because it's the exact same thing as his TJ Rockwell's. The reason why is the same. Rhino fries, some of the best food in the area, hands down. Rhino fries are yet again another form of bacon cheese fries, but the way they do them is outstanding.
My number 4, probably not a shocker either, is Shady Maple. It is a delicious buffet, expensive for dinner, but not for breakfast. But the thing is, the long line. It's ridiculous getting in there for dinner sometimes, especially on the weekends, but it is so good in there because it's a buffet, obviously. Both breakfast and dinner are both amazing.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
Alright, my number 3, most people probably never heard this. It's called Little Italy. And it's a Italian place in Bainbridge. It's usually me and Elijah's go-to on Sunday after church. Pizza is delicious. Burgers are decent, and also their subs, too.
I gotta agree that they're pretty good. The only reason I didn't have them in my top 10 is because all these places I have listed are all places I would actually prefer to go. But the place itself is not bad at all. My number 3 is Harvey's Barbecue. I have it so much higher than him because I actually get the barbecue. I get ribs, brisket, pulled pork. I tried it all, and it is all some of the best in the area. Hands down, the best place for barbecue is Harvey's because I've tried so many different places where places serve barbecue. Nowhere came close. Harvey's is easily the best with that, and it's just cannot be beat when it comes down to just that alone. And then my number 2 is also on his list, Shady Maples. It's a buffet. There's not much else I have to say about it. I love buffets. I love food. If I can eat unlimited food, this is the perfect place to go for it. How about you?
My number 2 is actually Texas Roadhouse. And I'm assuming this is going to be on his list too. I rarely go there, but the reason why it's so high up is their bread is so amazing with that butter. It's like tasting like dessert bread. Like, seriously. If you go there and you've not gotten their dessert bread, you're missing out. Big time.
So, we're about to move into both of our number 1 establishments. And before we do that, I want to just take a look at our list so far and just realize these are some good restaurants.
They are.
Neither one of our lists are bad lists. These are great restaurants. I am super excited to figure out what our number 1s are.
And my number 1, this is a shocker, everyone, but Marco's, actually. The reason why, I get it all the time. It's usually my go-to place for Italian food, other than Little Ed. Everything on their menu that I get is absolutely delicious. I even get it for delivery, too. You?
Well, I was excited to find out what number 1 was until you said what it was.
What is your number 1?
My number 1 is Texas Roadhouse. You already mentioned the bread. For me, I love their steak and ribs. That is, for me, the best. The last time I was there, I had a 12-ounce ribeye.
Holy crap!
With, like, 4 ribs that were fall off the bone, and it was the best food that I had from there in a while, and it was so good. And I was actually introduced to it not too long ago, a couple years ago. It's one of my favorite places ever since. Like, I can't not go there anymore. But there you have it, guys. Like I said earlier in our disclaimer, most of these places are nowhere near most of our viewers unless you are within our area. And if you are within our area, go try them if you haven't yet. Please. These are good restaurants.
All these are very good.
Yes. Maybe not his number 1, but everything else. So, my name's Elijah.
And this is Luke.
and we are the Eagles of Steel.